Happy New Year to all my viewers, and thank you so much for making 2020 such a great year for my channel. Not only did my channel do good, I also made some great gains in the stock market. My portfolio ended the year with an extra $26,000, a gain of 53% gains since inception, which has turned $48,000 to $74,000. On today's episode, we are going to take a look at my best stock for 2020. Can you guess which stock that is? And also, I will be sharing my secrets on how to find strong growth companies for 2021. Hopefully, we can find a stock for this year to give us similar results. So today's episode is going to be broken down into the following. First, we are going to take a look at my number one performing stock, some tips and tricks that have helped me in that stock. And second, I am going to show my secrets to finding stocks that give these types of returns. This is not my only multi-bagger for the year. I've had a few 200% gains on certain stocks as well, and I'm going to share here how I found them. Like always, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jose Najarro, and I am a self-taught investor who's been studying the market for over 6 years. Before we start, make sure to click that like button. It helps so much with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to know when I buy or sell stocks, on the description and in the pinned comments, you should see a link to my Discord channel. I post every time I buy, I post every time I sell, and it's free for anybody that wants to join. Also, you should see links to all my other social platforms. Also, don't forget to get your free stock on Webull. If you deposit $100 using the link below, you get a free stock, I get a free stock. Sometimes they do specials where we might get more than one free stock. And if you want to learn more about becoming a better investor, make sure to check out the Patreon, which is open for new students for the first half of the month. Here, I post a lot of educational content, so make sure to check that out. All right, so the number one stock in my account for 2020 was Celsius. This is ticker CELH. Right now, the stock has given me about $2,700, pretty much making $880 to $3,500. This has given me gains of over 302%. So this is my biggest stock monetarily wise, giving me the most dollar gains. But I actually have other stocks that have given me more percentage gains. And later on in this episode, I am going to talk about how I found those stocks. And if you guys are not familiar with my investment styles, I do a monthly portfolio outlook where I pretty much talk about my investment process, how many companies I own, and just the overall secrets of a great investment style. And make sure to check that out if you want to learn more about me. But I mean, the returns have done amazing. I am destroying the market. So for those that are not familiar with Celsius, I'm just going to do a very quick overview of the company. So right now, Celsius, like I mentioned, is ticker CELH. It is an American company and is traded under the NASDAQ. Right now, in the past year, the company has returned about 981%. And you might be like, Jose, 981%, and you only got 300%. I'm going to explain. I'm a strong advocate of buying my winners. So I've been dollar cost averaging up and up. And even as dollar cost averaging, something that many people hate to do, it has still given me great returns. The company right now is a market cap of $3.6 billion. It's still a very, very small small cap company right now, below $10 billion. But I did this video in early June when the stock price was at $10. I bought again at different levels, but people were saying, hey, Jose, I don't want to buy Celsius at $20. It's too overpriced. Oh man, I wish I would have bought at $20. They told me at $30 and so on. I bought at different levels, and this is the thing. All-time highs and buying the winners is not something you should be scared of. And if there's one thing I am going to continue to do in 2021 is continue to buy my winners when I believe they are at a great price. So for those that are not familiar with Celsius, they are pretty much a healthy energy drink. And here you can see, you can go to their website, Celsius.com. Since when I first started talking about this company, which was about 7 months ago, the stock price was at $10. And they were just entering different stores. Now the amount of stores they're in is amazing. I see them at my ShopRite. I see them when I go to QuickChek, 7-Eleven, and some other stores. It's pretty impressive. I'm pretty happy as an investor to see them growing and expanding to new brick and mortar stores. And I'm actually going to share how I found this company later on, so make sure to stay tuned. But Celsius, if we take a look at their future growth, they are expected to grow 27.9% on average for the next 3 to 5 years. This is still a super growth company, and they have earnings. They are positive in earnings right now, and their earnings are also expected to grow. They are also positive in cash flow from operations, which is great news for me. If we take a quick look at their balance sheet, they have about $10 million in debt and about $50 million in cash. So they have about 5 times more cash at hands than they do debt. They're also profitable, and they have positive cash flow from operations. So they already have a strong balance sheet, but because they have that money coming in, I would be okay if they had even a weaker balance sheet than they have right now. If we take a look at historical numbers in the past quarter of September, the one that ended September 30th, their revenue grew 80% compared to the quarter same time last year. The quarter before that, they saw 86% growth revenue. The one before that, they saw 94% revenue growth. The one before that, they saw 64% revenue growth. So for the past 4 quarters, they have grown their revenue by over 60%. For the past 3 quarters, they have grown their revenue by over 80%. If we take a look at their trailing 12 months gross margins and profit margins, their gross margins have been improving, which is great news. But look at this. They were originally negative in profit margins. And this is why I enjoy looking at growth stocks. This process of going from negative gross margins to finally positive profit margins is what growth investing is all about. Finding companies with a great balance sheet, with great value, a great product, and improving their overall margins. Not only are they improving their profit margins, their cash flow margins. Here I'm taking a look at their trailing 12 months. We see as revenues going up, their cash flow from operations is also going up, and their operating cash flow margins have been improving for the past few quarters. This, again, overall, this is the company. Pretty much a strong company with a strong balance sheet, easy product to understand, right? It literally took me 10 seconds to explain what Celsius does. We saw the strong growth that they had, and I am pretty happy to have invested in this company. All right, so now let me show my transactions of Celsius so you guys can see when I bought the company. So the first quarter of 2020, I did not purchase the company. I first got introduced to the company, and I will explain how I found this company later on. But in quarter 2, June 22nd was the first time I purchased Celsius. And I purchased it at an average price of $10.20. Now we're sitting at $50. So if we would have seen there, I would have had over 500% gains. But like I mentioned, I only bought, I want to say a very small amount, and I decided to cost average in. I purchased again in July 9th at an average price of $12.59. The stock price had already gone up about 25% from my original position, and I still decided to enter. Then I purchased again in August 11th, about a month after, at $18.46. My overall cost basis had, my stock price had already gone up by 80% since my original price, and I'm still deciding to buy in. Then I decided to buy in August 24th again at $20.87. It had already become a multi-bagger for me from my original price, and I decided to purchase some more. Quarter 4, I don't believe I purchased any in quarter 4. But look, I added on to my position. I started in with a small position, continued to add it, and now this has become one of the best stock for me for 2020. So now this is probably the part where you guys have been waiting for. How did I find this company? How did I find Celsius? And I'm going to actually share my secrets right now on how to find future growth companies. My number 1 secret is join a community that has like-minded people. I use Twitter. The comments from the video, when you guys post comments and tell me to take a look at a stock, my Twitch streams, and my Discord channel, I used to find new companies. Celsius was actually a company mentioned by one of my members, and this guy is amazing. Bill Bren, shout out to Bill Bren for talking about this company. He mentioned when he first started on my Discord channel, he was like, Jose, I want you to check out Celsius. I'm not too good at fundamentals, but I've been reading a lot about this company. Okay, so then I decided to take a look at it, and once I did my due diligence, I instantly fell in love with the company. And if you take a look at this video, I did top growth stocks to watch, PayPal stock and Celsius stock, which came out June 19th of 2020. The Celsius stock that day was $10.16. So once he gave me that thing, I decided to do my due diligence. I liked the company, and I was like, okay, Jose, time to release this content. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to get ahead of the time. And I feel like maybe some big YouTubers are probably talking about this stock now, but I've been here since June 16th. So, and just because someone mentions a stock doesn't mean it is a great company, right? You still have to do your due diligence. And that's what I did. Someone mentioned it. Bill Brent, shout out again, mentioned it on the Discord channel. Just because he mentioned it doesn't mean I go out and buy it. Just because anyone mentions any stock. What ends up happening, I do my due diligence, I take a look at where the company is going, their future growth expectations, their balance sheet, the type of historical growth they have seen, their leadership, and what they're doing to advertise. And then after that, I decide, hey, do I want to buy and sell? The second way are screeners. I use screeners to find new companies, and I put my criteria in these screeners. And I've actually done an episode here. Let's take a quick look again. I did a video 6 months ago, and these videos that unfortunately I feel like I provide so much information for investors to learn, they are probably one of the weakest videos I do. So are ones of the weakest performing videos, and it's unfortunate because there's so much knowledge here. So grow your portfolio with big gains. Easy steps to find multi-bagger stocks. This has I posted 6 months ago. I'll post the link on the comments, but here I show how to find these multi-bagger stocks. I show the criterias I put on my screeners, and I actually show the screeners I use. There are some free to use that I ended up showing, but I also use some paid ones as well. So if you guys want to learn more, check out those screeners. And again, there's plenty of free to use screeners where you don't have to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month. My screeners cost me about $10 a month, and like I mentioned, they are some free ones as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and before we end, let me know in the comments what was your best performing stock of 2020. And right now on the Discord channel, we actually have a channel going on where we're talking about what we expect to be the top performing stock of 2021. So if you guys want to get some good insights, make sure to join that Discord channel. Take care, guys, have a good night, and see you next time.